Welcome back to Primetime Local News. I'm joined here with Tyler Callahan, also known as Kally Greens, of the musical collective, you should say, Strictly Authentic?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of background information on you guys. You recently released an album this year entitled Chapters. That was a collaborative project that reached the top 100 of the iTunes Canada store, I do believe?
Yeah, for a short period of time.
Yeah, of course. Great milestone anyways. And you guys were recently the subject of a documentary entitled The Way Up, correct?
On the Way Up.
On the Way Up,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, so, well, we'll just start off here. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, I go by Kally. I live in Vancouver right now, making music with Strictly Authentic, and that's my life. You know, it doesn't really get much more interesting than that, I guess. Yeah.
Cool, right on.
Yeah.
So you guys were in town this weekend. You're all kind of from the area. You guys did a bit of like a homecoming show almost, we'll say.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was at the Legion here this Saturday. Why don't you tell us, how'd that show go?
It was great, yeah. No, we had a good turnout. We had a lot of fun. It was really cool to perform for some old friends and show everyone what we've been working on. And for everyone to see like what the other guys have been working on as well. Like I know they had a lot of fun performing for everyone too. So.
Great. So tell us a little bit about the documentary that you were in, On the Way Up, you said.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise to us, actually. We didn't realize that we were working on it while we were working on it. So I was working with a friend of mine, John Kelly, with John Kelly Media, and he was filming a music video for me, actually, for one of the songs on my upcoming project. And he wanted to come and film us getting ready for the show and stuff. And so he just came over and got a lot of footage, and he kind of just like fell in love with the movement and really wanted to share what the movement was about in you know, in a documentary style, I guess, because all we have is music to show. So it's cool to have like you know, visuals for people to really see what it's about.
Nice, right on. So I mentioned earlier, you guys all kind of grew up in the area together, right? Like you went to high school and stuff here. So, I mean, I talked with Greg a little bit about it when he was in on Friday, but obviously like a lot of long-term bonds were formed in the city. So how do you feel that affects you guys now that you work together? Obviously, you guys grew up here in this environment. What's that like?
I think it definitely helps coming from the same background in a way, because, you know, we know where each other come from. Which I think helps give us an idea of knowing where we want to go, and we just click well. You know, we know what we want.
Cool. Okay, so what kind of projects are you working on right now? Do you have? I know obviously Chapters was a collaborative project. Yeah. Have you been working on any solo stuff or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you could call it solo, but in a way, it's a project with me and Tanner Atkinson, another guy from Lloydminster. He's producing all of the beats on it. And it's called the Aurora Borealis. I named it after the Northern Lights because I love the Northern Lights and I want to shine like the Northern Lights, you know? Yeah, shining like a star isn't so fun anymore.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's great to hear. So real quick here while we wrap up, is there anything you want to plug? Obviously the documentary, I'm sure you would love more people to go check it out, or Chapters, or your social media perhaps even. Why don't you just let people know where they can find you and what you're doing?
Sure. Kally Greens on Twitter, on Instagram, Kally Greens. Look up John Kelly Media on YouTube and check out that documentary and any other work that he does. He's a great videographer. The documentary is definitely something that you should check out if you want to know what our team is about, and if you want to maybe catch a glimpse of some of the music that we're going to be releasing soon. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll definitely have to get you in, you know, a little bit later in the future when you're wrapping up that album.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You betcha. So stay tuned. We'll have more Primetime Local News.